Ito ang balita ngayon. Trending ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Matapos kutsa-kutsain at laitin si President Bongbong Marcos Jr., pinalakpakan sa Amerika. Sa kanyang naging talumpati ay hindi inaasahan ng mga galit sa kanya sa mundo ng politika na kahit iba't ibang lahi ay bilib sa kanyang talino't plano at proyektong kanyang gagawin. Sa mga susunod na panahon, bilang siya ang 70th President of the Philippines. Sa isang harap-harapan at one-on-one interview, kaharap ang ilan pang delegate sa iba't ibang bansa. Pinamalas at pinakita ni President Bongbong Marcos Jr. ang kanyang angking talino at pagpaplano kung paano mas mapapaunlad ang buhay ng bawat Pilipino sa kanyang termino. Marami ang nasa New York City ang pumilib at sobrang humanga kay Bongbong Marcos Jr. at tila nagpapakiwari na hindi naman raw totoo ang chismis na wala itong alam. Dahil sa kanyang mga pahayag, kitang-kita raw ang isang pangulo na handang magsakripisyo at magplano para sa ikauunlad ng kanyang kapwa Pilipino. Samantala, narito naman ang komento ng mga netizen na sobrang humanga at bumilib sa one-on-one interview ng Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. And the netizen posted, Pink Lawan, yan bang sinasabi niyong di nakapagtapos? Walang diploma. Kumusta naman si iyong? Ganyan ba sumagot sa interview? Galing-galing talaga ng aming minamahal na presidente. Good job. He knows how to respond correctly. He is a quiet detail with his answer from the questions. I am so proud of him. Long live PBBM. The best si PBBM na naging Pangulo ng Bansang Pilipinas. World leaders and businessmen bumilib sa kanya. Kaya astig ang lahat ng tunay na Pilipino at buong mundo. Bilang isang mamayang Pilipino, we are proud of you at naniniwala po kami sa inyong kakayahan, being the President and the Vice President to make our country better. End quote. Narito naman ang full video na nagtrending at pinalakpakan ng maraming netizen all over the world. Narito at panoorin ang full video.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. You touched on American businesses investing in the Philippines and the opportunities to do that through public-private partnerships, the infrastructure projects you identified on the onset as well. But as we look at the population and we look at the economy, it's young, it's dynamic, it's tech-focused, it has high English language fluency, it's ripe for investment. What is your message to investors in this room, those watching us from around the world, for how to invest in this next generation of Philippine companies that one day, selfishly, we hope will come here to the New York Stock Exchange to raise capital and to grow and expand and even do more things? What is your message to them, Mr. President?
Well, to achieve exactly was what you were saying, at least to begin with. Yes, we certainly, when I'm asked why do you have such a bright view of the future, and my answer is always that there are 110 million Filipinos that are working towards the same goal, and that I still believe is our workforce is still our greatest asset, and it is something that we have seen succeed. First of all, with our overseas Filipino workers, but also in the development of the more sophisticated businesses that have come to the country, and highly technical, highly requiring technical proficiency, requiring good training in schools. We will still continue to try and improve the education system in terms of the technical side, the technical side of our workforce's training, and as we know, because that is becoming more and more important in the world. But the young people in the Philippines also, I suppose there is a form of institutional memory. And we still look to the United States as our partners. When we are in crisis, we look to the United States. We look to the relationship that has been forged over the many years. And I have to say that the reason that we have done that is that, for the most part, we can say that the United States has not failed us. That sentiment remains in our young men and women. That sentiment remains and will, I think, be further fostered if we are able to show some successes, at least immediately, We show some immediate successes in this partnership. And that will galvanize our young people to continue to work in that direction. That, I think, is something that will come naturally if we are able to do all of the things that we are hoping to do to transform the economy, to adjust now. We are, I believe, the youngest country in Asia. And with the graying of other countries around the region, this gives us an advantage in terms of, I suppose, the population dividend. It has been referred to before. It gives us an advantage in terms of the population dividend, and they are ready to take up the cudgels. They are ready to work for the country. They are ready to do what needs to be done to bring the country forward. And I feel confident in saying that, because in the last election, it was the young people who drove forward the idea that we must continue to invest in our young people. We must continue to train them properly. We must continue to make them competitive anywhere in the world, but most hopefully in the Philippines with our partners and with our allies.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. It is clear you have a plan, you have an opportunity, and I know I speak for many business leaders and investors in this room that they leave today not only with a renewed sense of optimism, but a further enhanced and strengthened sense of optimism about the opportunities in the Philippines. And on behalf of the New York Stock Exchange, we are thrilled to play our small little part today in providing a platform for you and your country to deliver that message. And there's no better platform than the Bell, which is the most highly viewed news event in the world on a given day.
Similar to what Mr. Aboites mentioned, we are all thrilled to be here. As when we were talking before coming out here, I said, well, of course we're familiar with the New York Stock Exchange and the Bell and that most important balcony in the world. But we had always watched it from afar, and have the opportunity to be here personally and to be with all of you in the New York Stock Exchange has been a great opportunity and a great pleasure.
Well, wonderful. Thank you very much. It is our honor to have you here, Mr. President. Thank you all for being with us today, and we'll make our way down and ring that bell, Mr. President. Thank you very much.